We'll start on the West Coast today with a big man who's making his case to be the best player in the 2020 class. That's this week's 5-star feature. Every basketball star's journey is a little different, and there's no prospect in the 2020 class with a path quite like Makur Maker. Born in Kenya to Sudanese parents, Makur and his family moved to Australia when he was just a year old. Australia is where Makur grew up, and he was always trying different sports with his friends and family.
I used to run a lot. I grew up running track with my brothers and some friends, and then I played a little bit of soccer for the longest time. And my mom and everybody told me, "You're growing tall, try out basketball." So I was like, okay, why not? Basketball is fun. You can always get better. Like, you see yourself getting better every single day. Just the little things, like your ball handling, your shooting. I see this every single day. Imagine 5 years from now, it's going to be crazy.
Makur's pursuit of basketball excellence has kept him on the move as a teenager. He moved to Los Angeles when he was 14. He then spent 2 years in Canada, and then he returned to Southern California last season. His coach and mentor during his time in America has been Edward Smith. Smith has also worked with Makur's cousins, Makur Maker, who plays for the Detroit Pistons, and Makur Maker, who is in the NBA's G League.
He's worked at a lot of places in Australia. The whole community knows him. All of Australia knows him. He worked with a lot of young Sudanese men, and just seeing how good Thon and Makur were doing over in the United States. And so I asked myself, okay, who are they with? Okay, with Coach, my guardian, Edward Smith. So I was like, okay, I got to move over there and see what's it about. And then once I came over here, you start seeing improvements.
Most of the kids I've ever helped in my life have been off the radar kids, and nobody knows. It takes a lot of work to mold someone who is really good with their feet to be good with their hands. But if they're good with their feet, it translates. If they have the art form with their feet, they can learn that same art form with their hands because it's cerebral. So what stood out about him was he moved well. He was astute in other areas. When we spoke, he's well-spoken. I've spoken to his family. He comes from a quality family.
Makur is the third of 9 siblings. The rest of his family is still in Melbourne, Australia, but he doesn't get too homesick because he speaks to his parents almost every day. And having 2 cousins playing in the U.S. helps as well. With Thon currently in the NBA, Makur is always speaking to him about what it's going to take to reach that level.
Oh, very close. We speak almost every day. He'll come to my games during the summer when he's working out over here in LA. Him and my cousin Makur, they watch my games and tell me areas of improvement. And then, after that, we get in the gym and we work.
Makur's training goes beyond the usual high school and AAU routine. He spends time with a personal trainer and physical therapist to make sure a 6'11" frame is in peak condition.
So the biggest thing is, he is a strong kid, very strong. But using his frame and using his strength and his athleticism to his advantage, being able to transfer what we work on to the floor to put him in better positions to be successful.
I left with Jason. We hit the weight room hard every day.
Makur came to me at 172 pounds. So we developed his body to where he's 6'11", now 235. How do you do it without losing mobility and without hurting the kid?
He's so big, but he's so skilled and on the perimeter a lot. And, even though he's such a good shooter and so good with the ball, being able to bang down low, so it's kind of contradicting styles, right? Being a power guy, but also being a speed guy, athletic guy on the perimeter, being able to run the floor. And sometimes, typically you don't usually train all of that in one person. And so that's the hardest thing, is making sure he's strong enough but not losing the explosiveness or the athleticism, and then also maintaining his physical health.
I do my ball handling every day, and I enjoy doing it, and I feel like that's what I do. Like, I can do all that, shoot, dribble, pass the ball. It's fun doing that on the floor than just being a back-to-the-basket guy. It's entertaining for everybody also.
All of this work is preparing Makur for the next level, though it's not clear what the next level is. Makur is 19 years old, and he recently transferred to Hillcrest Prep in Phoenix, Arizona to wrap up his prep career. He's applied for entry in the 2020 NBA draft, and he's awaiting a decision on whether or not he will be eligible. While he has visited some colleges, it's very possible that Makur is a professional a year from now. That could be in the NBA, but he's also looking at overseas options if he's denied entry into next summer's draft.
I'll definitely seize the opportunity. If I get my foot in the door, it's not coming out.
He has the blinders on, he knows what his goals are, he's extremely focused. Like with any player, the context and the environment will have an effect. but he's good enough, and he has a great mindset and mental toughness to make whatever position he's in work.
It's always been a dream. Since I started playing basketball, I want to play in the NBA. You know, why not? I think that's every kid's dream. When you start seeing improvement, you're like, okay, I know I can play in the NBA, but what type of player do you want to be in the NBA? I want to be a star.